Hello again, friends, and welcome to another edition of the Jeff Allen Show here on 570 News as we get set for our Easter weekend. It's politics, 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 politics today, and I've warned you all week that coming up at 11, as always, on the Hour of Rage, we're just changing it a little bit. It's the hour of election rage today, and I've asked you to work on your rages and your rants. And for those of you viewing on CPAC across Canada, thank you for choosing CPAC and being with us here at 570 News on Rogers TV Cable 20 in the heart of Ontario, Kitchener, Waterloo, and Cambridge, the Waterloo region, 600,000 strong. By the way, we're bragging, but I want you to know we're the 10th largest market in Canada. So, and also we're known as Blackberryville at times too. But first, I want to introduce you to my news director, Joe Pavia, who's with us. And Joe, thanks for coming on in this morning.
Great to be here, Jeff.
And as I mentioned, the Greens and the NDP had a lot to do with spreading out that vote last time, Joe. Do you think that's going to happen again?
Well, you know, that was part of it too, but you know, don't forget that about 5,000 people did not show up to vote from the previous election, so there were that many viewers. It almost seems like the Liberals stayed home, and the NDP and Green went out to vote. I think it has to do also with the popularity of the candidate. I mean, any candidate in the riding can probably garner about 5 to 8%, have influence of 5 to 8% of the vote. If they are popular, if they can turn it around, they could probably even do that higher. This is a different election. This is a different election campaign. And we're certainly noticing it in some of the online chats that we're having, some of the stories that we're covering.
I have never seen the phones as lively as they've been on every topic for this this election. People are more engaged, I think, I feel, than the last two. Would you agree?
I totally agree with that, and for here in this area, probably because of the closeness of it, but there's a number closeness of the results. Number of other factors, though. These vote mobs that we've been having. There was a vote mob yesterday from the university at the University of Waterloo. There's another one that's happening in Kitchener, the KW vote mob, and I guess they're meeting at Victoria Park in Kitchener. And then what they're going to do is rally for an hour, sing "O Canada," run around, and then hey, go to your polling stations and vote in the advanced polls. All of this beginning from the University of Guelph, where they had advanced polls, and there was some controversy over whether or not that vote should have taken place.
Well, Elections Canada said afterwards, don't do it again.
No.
They kind of said, all right, it's okay, we'll let it go, but you know what, you did it wrong. And they said to the returning officers in Canada, they sent out a memo, do not try that crap again.
But what's interesting, though, Jeff, is that it did make people think. It's like, well, wait a minute, you know, it almost seems, the perception is, this party is taking away my right to vote. And, you know, here we have young, you know, students, which we really need to engage them into voting. 700 are voting, and 700 and more are now complaining at the fact that they didn't have this, they had this right, if you will, taken away from them.
We've already got some callers online, and we have a couple other things to touch base with. You are listening to 570 News. You're watching us on Rogers TV Cable 20 and across Canada on CPAC. Here we're at 570 News.